first I'm just going to apply some oil on her. And then I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the stones. And as I go to introduce the heat of the stone, I want to warm my hands a little bit first and just get her used to a little bit of a new temperature. And then I'll slowly introduce the heat. Is that temperature okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so as we start this, I'm going to start with a little bit of compression up here on her upper trapezius. I'm keeping my wrists in a neutral position. Take this and wrap it out down around the deltoids. And glide up the neck to the occipital ridge and give her a little bit of traction. Then I'm going to take both stones and glide them down either side of her back, all the way to the sacrum, where I'll dance a little bit on the sacrum. You want to be careful here not to let the edge of the stone hit the bony surface of the sacrum. You want to keep it at a little bit of an angle. And then we're going to glide down through the quadratus lumborum, turn the stones, bring them back up either side of the spine. I'm going to wrap around, come up the neck, and I'm going to repeat that down the side of the spine to the sacrum. Stones at a little bit of an angle. Come into the QL, give her a little rocking. Then I'm going to bring the stones up either side of the spine. And here you can do them long ways, but as you come up here you have to switch the angle so that you're not bumping into the scapula. Now I'm going to take one stone, I'm going to find the edge of the spine and place it in there and just give a little bit of a movement to stretch the muscles away from the spine. I'll repeat that on the side, going from the scapula toward the spine. I'm going to put this one stone here just to keep her back warm. You want to find the border of the scapula. You don't want to be smashing the bone. And I'm pushing away. When I do the opposite side, I want to be on this side of the table. So I'm pushing away from the spine. It wouldn't work if I was pulling towards myself. It's just not good body mechanics. So we want to push away from the spine. And then we come around and push back in. Again, it's a matter of body mechanics. I'm just very gently holding the stone in the palm of my hand, giving some pressure down and rolling it inward. Up here we'll turn the stone on its end so we can do some trigger point work. Right here I can feel she has some tension. So I'd go in there with the end of the stone. I always make a little V to stabilize the stone when I do trigger point work. So we want to go in, make a little quarter turn, and come out. We could do that on both sides. There's another angle on this stone where I use for muscle stripping. If I find something that's a little tight, or if I just want to pull the muscle away from the bone in a more specific manner, I'll use that little edge. It's also great to go from this direction. We'll do the infraspinatus. I like to do just some direct compression on the infraspinatus. Using both hands, it's just effortless for me to put my body weight. And then we can stabilize and stretch. If I stabilize the muscle here, I could actually even use another stone and then fan out over infraspinatus. You can do that in either direction. You can stabilize and stretch. Another great place to do trigger point work is here. There's always trigger points, well not always, but many times there are trigger points and they relate to shoulder pain. And if you can release these, you can give someone a lot of relief. So again, the trigger points, we use a V, compress, do a little turn, and release. Can do some cross fiber friction also with the edge of the stone. When I come here and I'll find a little more density in the tissue if I want to try to break it up, I can use this for cross fiber friction. And again, the hold of the stone is not a death grip, just a very gentle hold so that I'm not compromising my hands in any way and getting the most use out of the tool.